Ladies and gentlemen, the Hive is live. Bring your vision. This is how we build 1,000,000 cups.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
1,000,000 cups.
Get your cousin. Trevor, hi, Tracy. I made it up the stairs and up here. Good morning. I think we should all celebrate being here and that it's a beautiful day and we all made it to the Hive, right? We gathered. Woo! And Kim made it up the stairs one more time. It was slow. Carrie offered to carry me, which was really lovely, but I thought it's not going to happen. Thank you so much for always being here and seeing the community grow. It is really something extremely special. And it just feels like it keeps growing. And we see the results of what we do in our community and downtown. And so it's really a lovely thing. Again, it's all of us together making it happen. And then thanking Trev, the Hive, the Event Nanny, the Lonely Pine, check it out. They expanded in their space. We're hoping to lure them into presenting at the 1MC. And I keep forgetting to say Southern Oregon Innovation Hub is a sponsor. I don't think I've ever said that. But it is through Business Oregon, part of the 10-year innovation plan. I actually met with them yesterday, and they were very excited about what we're doing here. And so it's really a collaborative effort. And I feel like we're making a difference across the state and inspiring others. And you get to be a part of that journey, which I think is really exciting. Don't forget to use the QR code. We're getting noticed for 1MC, so thank you all. Yeah, I know, right? Yes, yes. We have dashboard scores that we get, so it's really cool to see those growing. And then also, I mentioned again, Trevor built something that I didn't share last week that he really got recognized for with the Kauffman Foundation. If you go to the Hive website, he has built out the most phenomenal I don't know, what is it called? The page for the 1MC, it's phenomenal. And he updates it, and all the videos are there. So if you get a chance and you want to see anyone that presented, I get to watch next week, please go and check it out. It's not been done with any of the 1MCs. So this is a first kind of Trevor's creation, and it just really elevates the experience. So I am out for surgery tomorrow, and they asked me why I'm here, and I said, why wouldn't I not be here? Because I want to. Yeah, I know. I want to be here with all of you. But 1MC will go on, and everyone will be here. And then as soon as I'm able to, I'll be back to join you. But it's not about me. It is about these incredible humans on this stage that are here to present, and I hope share some of their stories. So all female founders, all entrepreneurs within our community that have done so many different things. And I am very excited for them to present the Loft. You have two. Anyone else? They're not turned on. Tracy, here, Tracy, I'm giving you.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Not putting Tracy on the spot at all.
We're putting the girls on the spot on the stage with me major today. Good morning, everyone. I am Carrie. I'm your downtown neighbor here at Diamond Cannabis, is what a lot of you might know me from. Or if you don't know me from that, you might know me from Augustino Estate. Or maybe we just went to high school together here, and that's cool too. Today I have with me the lovely ladies, Tracy Buck. Tracy Buck, you gotta use your mic.
Oh, I have to use the microphone, okay.
Tracy Buck and
Sarah.
And today we're gonna talk to you guys about the Loft, but tell us a little bit about you guys first before we get going and how we all ended up together here.
Okay, my name's Tracy Buck, as Carrie said. I've been a photographer in Grants Pass going on like 27 years. And my kids have grown up here, and we're just have been a part of the community for a very long time, like 30 years. But as a photographer, I've had different studios over the years, but in 2014, myself and a fellow photographer, a friend of mine, created The Loft, which is above Diamond Cannabis. And we called it The Loft because we turned it into, it almost looked like an upstairs loft, like an someone's apartment. You had the bedroom and the living room, and it just was very cozy and inviting, and it overlooked downtown. And so that's how we used it. And at first, it was just us exclusively, because it was our space, and we wanted our images to reflect what we had done. And then as time went on, we started renting it out for other photographers and as a shared space. And I was there started at 2014, and then in 2020, during the whole crazy pandemic the COVID stuff, we ended up letting it go. And so I continued working, but just without a studio at that point. And then it was, maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah, so about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, 2023, 3 years ago, 2023, 3 years ago, we decided we were going to make our residency in downtown Grants Pass permanent, and we were blessed enough to buy the building downtown, and we brought the loft back. So now we brought the loft back, and we're going to give you a quick snapshot of, tell us about the loft. This is Sarah. She is in charge of the loft. She is the manager. And she is also a local entrepreneur and creative. That's really what Sarah is a creative. She made that lovely jewelry necklace she's wearing, and probably the earrings too. I'm like, can you fix this chair? She's like, I can fix anything. I'm like, I know you can. But yes, so Sarah is our manager of the loft, and she'll give you a quick snapshot of what it is today, and then we'll flash through some slides. But really, we want this to be more informal. We really want to hear from you guys. So we're going to run through these.
Okay. Hi, my name's Sarah. I've been the manager at the Loft for about a year now. It is actually 3 rooms, but we're condensing it down to 2 rooms. The white suites are 2 rooms that are combined with archways. It's beautiful, brick walls, natural light, and it's $50 an hour right now. We also have in-house photographers, but we'd like to create in-house creatives, where it is a flat monthly fee. You have a shared Google Calendar, and then you use the space however you would like, as long as there's open spaces.
And we talked a little bit about the history and the godmother of the loft. We couldn't do it without her. So we talked about the history already. Tracy opened up the loft. She's still here as an in-house creative with us today. We bought the building back in 23. We styled it like a home. We left the space open. We tried to kind of model what had worked for Tracy in the past. And we have one suite that is a completely dark room that's been used primarily for boudoir. But the point of the space is for it to be empty and clear. That's on purpose, so you can create whatever you want it is in there. So these are past photos that we had to show of the loft and what it looked like, because just like today, we're an evolution and change is the only constant. So that was the past when Tracy had it. And this is kind of the current. It's ready to style for anything. These are current pictures of it. And then this is the loft in use. So you can see that there's family photos taken. That's actually a girl I grew up with, so I love that picture. There's handmade dress photo shoots in there by Stephanie Hartford. If you guys don't know her, she does aerial. She's a wonderful, wonderful local entrepreneur. Gowns, again, that's by Stephanie. We do a lot of collaboration with her. Coca-Cola themed baby shower and mommy and me shoot. And then Spooky Ghouls Night, everybody, Mariana's been there every year. This year we invite all of you to come out, and we'll do a Spooky Ghouls Night again and try to make a space where people can gather. That is the point of the loft, is having a blank space for you to create whatever it is you want. The dark room is something that we're pretty much considering getting rid of. It's only used for mainly boudoir shots, we think. So we're trying to make the space smaller and still keep the loft doors open. But essentially, you guys are here as business partners with us today and as community members to see what we should do. So we're going to talk about now about what we've learned, so you guys can say, like, okay, this is what we've learned. This is what's not working. And I know as entrepreneurs, sometimes we get a little uncomfortable to show our weaknesses, but it's really not weaknesses. They're really just opportunities. Before I got up on this stage, I came and asked Trevor, what do I do with this space? What do I help me? And I think the best thing we can do as a community and as entrepreneurs is lean into each other and give honest feedback and have those hard conversations. And maybe this business doesn't make sense downtown, and that's okay, because we're still going to be downtown. We just got our new diamond neighbors going in up the block, so we're going to be rocking that diamond energy all through it. But this is what we've learned at the loft so far.
Photography is seasonal. We get very busy during holidays. We get very busy during like early or like late fall, early spring. And other than that, it's pretty dead. People want to be outside. It shouldn't be gathered towards just photographers. An hour at a time is hard math. It's $50 an hour, and if you aren't using it for more than 1 hour a day, it just doesn't really add up at the end of the month. Traction's been slow, which kind of just goes based off of number one again, that even people who walk past every day don't know the suites are even up here. So,
And that's what we're hoping to do. We've ordered, I think, an hour at a time, hard traction slow. So we ordered a directory for outside. It's going to showcase all of the upstairs businesses. We're super excited. The salon, there's a salon upstairs. We have nails upstairs. We are just part of an add-on to upstairs. We have lots of different suites upstairs. You can get your lashes done. You can get your nails done. You can currently get your hair done. You can get tattoos done. All of these things happen upstairs next to us, and I don't think anybody knows it's there. So our first step is we're ordering a directory because our neighbor at the Chili Goose, Sam, said we have to start paying her to give people directions if we don't put a directory outside. So just so you know, Sam, we're getting it ordered. We're waiting on our new tenants, and we'll have signage outside for everybody of where we are. But we need to pivot. We need to do something. So we got a lot of good minds in the room. I see some entrepreneurs I know. What do we do? I've even talked to some of the entrepreneurs in this room already, and I said, help me. What do we do? So this is a community gathering place. Does hourly rent make sense? Do we need local partnerships by the month for private offices? Memberships, subscriptions? What do you guys think? I think are we there? Can we turn the mic over to you guys?
almost.
Not yet?
A couple more.
Okay. What the loft could be.
Monthly office space. We actually just had someone in here from Furnish Finders. They were renting somewhere else and needed a space to work while they were here, which was only a month, and they ended up renting the space for the entire month, which we thought, wow, that's actually a really good idea for travelers, like an office space Furnished Finders. Makers workshops, people who want to come in and teach basket weaving, jewelry, pottery, painting, someplace that people can do like sip and paints. Showers and celebrations, company events, photo sessions still. We don't want to like shut out the photographers. We just want to open up the space to the whole community, and creative subscriptions as
Somebody's
well.
making workout videos in there right now as we speak. So that's kind of cool, right? That's a unique use of the space. And it was very cool to be able to provide the Furnish Finder couple when they came into town. We're like, what you need? We got office space, we got beef, we got wine, we got cannabis. What do you need? And they were very sweet. They're like, we need an office. We're like, we got you. We got office space downtown. So yeah, what do you guys think? What does Grants Pass downtown need?
You want to finish it right there?
Oh, questions for the room. Sorry, we had one more slide. Too many slide decks, but you guys rattle these questions off, and I'm gonna go give my mic to the person with the hand up. Go ahead, you rattle them off.
Is this business in this space meant to be downtown for this community? What does this community actually need, and what should this space be used for? What would get locals through the door, and are the stairs a deterrent? Is anyone looking for private office space downtown? Do we lean into the communal side or into renting by the hour still?
So, my first comment is, I don't see him here. Colt Foster mentioned last week at Greeters that they have a website that mentions all the office spaces around town and all the event spaces that can be used for things like this. So if you guys get on that website, post it to that website. I believe this is right for that. You might want to check with him, though. Get hold of the chamber. I believe he's up at the chamber.
Yeah, he's up at the chamber most.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question and a comment. I think there's a lot of great things that could be done with the space, like what you're offering, and for many different businesses to utilize. As a person who's lived in Grants Pass for a couple of years this time and a couple of years decades ago, I've always been curious about what is upstairs in all of these buildings. And literally there is no signage that indicates there's functional stuff happening up there. I don't know what the restrictions or guidelines are for city ordinances for signage that says, hey, come upstairs. But a directory is fine, but you still have to be in the doorway to see the directory. So if there's something you could paint on the outside building, or if there's like a sign that could be protruded out from it, or even just a banner that you hang certain hours of the day that's not permanent and doesn't affect, building structure, et cetera, that might be something that would be really helpful. It would be helpful to me to know that I need to go upstairs and check stuff out. So I wish you all the best with that.
Thank you very much.
If you want to come over and look upstairs, you're welcome to come over.
Hi, neighbor.
Hi, we're so excited.
I'm so excited too. Good morning. I don't have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to say the same thing that I didn't know that existed. Also being new to Grants Pass, photographer, also doula. I'm super excited. I don't know how and when I'm going to do it, but I definitely want to come check it out and see about getting on the schedule. I think it's amazing.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you in the loft and create with us, definitely.
A couple things coming up for me. One, is there like a lift that goes up there?
No, you're going to have to carry all the music equipment up the stairs.
All right. Yeah, and that becomes the second. This sounds like a space that I could probably rent out for doing like a house show or something like that, and invite a small, quaint crowd that would be interested in like an intimate, concert.
Absolutely.
Right.
We're still very grateful for you stealing the show and saving us at our last event, Banjo.
Yeah, well, take that. You deserve it. And then honestly, I don't know how everybody else feels. Maybe we're in a room full of millionaires, which would be epic. But where I'm sitting right at the moment, $50 is an hour is a lot for me. But maybe at
what do you think is a better price?
I wanna talk you down to 25. If you stopped at 30, I would still consider doing 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think if we tiered it and said, like, if you did 3 hours, like, the more time you spend, the better the deal you get?
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. Try to do that for the people downstairs at Diamond, too.
I was also thinking that you could do some sort of collaboration, some sort of exchange and advertisement. I don't know how active you all are on social media, but what kind of exchange that might look like, or if that could be offered. And then I'm super stoked that I got to see you guys at your space, and just saw you there and was excited because it's a lot of advertisement space. And so is that something that
That's actually Rita's space. That's the boutique downstairs. You saw me there doing photography yesterday. But the space that we're talking about is on H Street upstairs, and it's separate.
Okay, got it. Cool.
But Rita's has done a bunch of work in the loft. Like, all of the website, if you go to Rita's, I'm sure you guys all know Rita's, McKenna's store is a wonderful place to shop. It's all about women empowerment, so I can't stand behind that enough. But yes, Rita's has done a ton of creative work in the loft. Their whole website was photographed in the loft. And Sarah is a photographer for Rita's specifically. Do you want a microphone?
Oh, thank you. Okay, so cannabis. Cannabis.
Oh, cannabis.
Yes. No, that's fine. I don't have a personal problem with it, but to access the loft, you don't go through the cannabis store? Oh.
Good question. If I didn't tell you that Diamond Cannabis was connected to us, it's technically not just above Diamond Cannabis. There's a door. Do you guys know where the Noodle House is? Everybody know Cafe Not a Bar? Tuan? Love the food there. Tuan is our neighbor. So if you're going to Tuan's business or to Cafe Not a Bar, right next door is a door that's frosted and it says The Loft. So we do have signage on the street that says The Loft. If you guys want to come check it out, and you climb some stairs, then there's a living plant wall at the top of the stairs. You go left at the plant wall, and then we are the suites on the left for The Loft. But no connection to Diamond at all. You don't even have to look. That's why Diamond frosted their windows, because you guys don't even have to see inside if you don't want to come inside. Any other questions?
Yes, we got a question back here.
I wanted to echo the signage, like a clapboard or like one of those, sale things that go out front.
Oh, our neighbor across this would love that.
Exactly. But also, if you had a reason for people to come up to the space, maybe even just your winery, do a First Friday tasting.
Nobody comes up on First Friday. Signage?
Yeah.
Nobody, H Street. Are we busier on First Friday? I hope we are on H Street. We never
Yeah, with
used to
Chili
be.
Goose, there's like there's the little parklet with the music and everything, and
Yeah.
you could be like, come on up for a wine tasting, and then you can pack that
It's a good idea.
a couple of First Fridays in a row. You have it scheduled with all the
Yeah.
different wineries. There's a different winery each time.
Yeah, I'm happy.
A lot of wineries don't have downtown presence,
Right.
so bringing people up, see the space, all the other businesses up there
And
too.
we did do First Friday a few times. We have hosted First Friday. We hosted a sourdough bread maker up there. We've hosted Forever Jewelry up there. What else, Cody? What else have we hosted? I mean, we have hosted First Friday, so maybe we need to host another First Friday and just
have someone
Signage.
like at the door say, come on up.
Yeah.
It's open house.
Yeah.
Like, there's tasting, there's something up here.
Yeah, no, that's great feedback. And are you guys coming to Spooky Ghouls Night? If we host a girls' night, will you guys be there?
Yes.
Okay.
And have printed price sheets for when people come upstairs. They can just grab one and take a QR code and website printed on there.
Okay.
All right, we got one more question right here.
Hi. So, talking about pricing, how did you guys come up with the number $50? Because I think that would provide a lot of different insight as to how you're valuing the space.
think-
Because you're entering into a lot of different markets, which would each set a different value for that space.
I think the price for 50 was set with a photography studio in mind. Just so we're on the basis. It was a photography studio, and now we're trying to make it more of a creative studio. So the photography pricing, I guess, we've always just had that pricing, to be honest, from the beginning. I don't remember what yours was. I think it was 50. I think we kept it the same.
Yeah, so a photography business may look at that and say, okay, that's a good price. An event, for a small intimate event, they may say that's too much. But then whenever you're looking at event spacing, where they're maybe spending hundreds of dollars per hour, they would look at you as not an option just because you're priced. They would just, so I think as far as your identity goes, I would really sort out what it is you want to be and then set the price according to that. And then that, I think, will help you kind of figure out how to prioritize the space and whether going to more of like a communal side versus the renting by the hour will start to make more sense, because you do have an overhead and your pricing should accomplish that. And so if you're only filling the space 20% of the time, you need to be charging for that 20% of use to at least cover your expenses. And if that's too much, then now you have a problem to solve.
And it's funny, last year, for example, last Valentine's Day, Sarah came up with, we need to do a newspaper wall. It's super trending right now for, photography sessions, newspaper wall. We put up a newspaper wall. It costs nothing. The Daily Courier has tons of leftover paper all the time. So we came down there, grabbed some newspaper, slapped it up on the wall, and we booked so many sessions because of the newspaper wall. So, we do need to do more, I guess, maybe scene setting stuff as well. But we are trying to make probably a pivot as well. But thank you for your feedback. That's fair.
And if you want to have a deeper conversation on that later, just let me know.
Okay.
But I would definitely take a closer look at that, because I see a lot of energy going to different areas and different ways to get the word out. But I think that would be more impactful having this plan a little more solid internally.
Awesome. I just had a couple ideas, getting creative, thinking about it.
You've had 3 weeks to think about this, so it better be good, Chris.
I know. I feel like maybe sticking to one event a month.
Thank you, Tracy, for coming.
I feel like one event a month would bring some more awareness. And like the idea of, like Banjo was saying, instead of having someone charge, kind of do, at the juice bar, what I've learned is when you tell a musician, oh, I'm going to pay you $600 to play, then what happens is they don't promote. So then no one shows and it's a loss. But if you tell them you get 80% of the door and I get 20%, now we both have incentive to promote. And I feel like if you did an event like that, you'll not only get more money out of it, you will, if you lean into not First Friday, because what I've seen is everyone does something on First Friday, and our community is only so big. So if you lean into every second Friday, there's a badass event at the Loft, and it's $20 at the door, and you have to go. It's once a month. Then once people show up for this cool event that Banjo's playing music or somebody, then you could have all your promotion like on the wall right before they walk in, so you'll get more like, $50 here and there from people. That space was cool, But that's just a thought of mine. Like if I knew there was a cool event to go every month that wasn't First Friday, because we're doing something First Friday, or everyone's trying to compete for the same people. That's just an idea that I was just thinking.
Love that.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm a fan. It's Melissa from Candela Dance Studio. Hey, I think I'm uniquely qualified to understand being hidden up there because my first location was across the hallway from the Loft in 2014.
We've got all the entrepreneur energy in that building.
Yes, yes. So I agree with the signage, and which I also struggled with when I was up there. It was like a speakeasy being up there. So just something on the sidewalk, maybe like a sidewalk stand or something for getting people in. If you did something like, First Friday, I'm a food person. If you offer free food, I will be there. Like even just like a tiny little pizza bite or something, maybe. And then I was gonna say I was thinking about the needs. So I have almost overflow for the dance classes that I want to teach, and only one space to teach it in. So if there was some discounted rate for like every Wednesday from 7 to 8 or something. So that could be good. And I've also found, because I've done rentals at my business, that it's so much easier to have regular renters than like one-offs, because then you have to like go in and clean and prep and everything. So if there's a way to set up regulars, I would advocate for that.
Come talk to us, Melissa. We have special rates for the founders of the building.
Awesome.
We will give you a good deal if you want access to the Loft every other Wednesday for an hour. No problem.
Thank you, Carrie.
Yes.
All right, I got a couple. One is on the marketing front. I know that the local radio stations would and used to have like live feeds. Okay. So if you had an event, maybe invite them to that really cool event and then get that word out that way. Dude, there's like 400 people here and blah, blah, blah on the Loft, and just make it a place that way. So maybe work with the local KJO, KLDR, KRM, whoever your demographic is, if it's a this or not a this or whatever. So that's number one. Number two, hang on. I got to shift a gear here. Seasonal. Birthdays happen all of the time. Someone's birthday. Whose birthday is today? No one's birthday is today here, but someone's birthday is today. Banjo raised his hand. It's his birthday every day. But there's other things, if you're looking for spaces like that maybe if you have like, we're doing this family shoot, and so we did that because it's in this fun time with all the colors and the things, that maybe you can have that person and say, hey, we'll tie in another shoot for like your anniversary or for the kids' birthdays, or like we used to do like school pictures. In the 90s, there were pictures of, I'm an 80s kid, but my nieces all have like their pictures all the way through until they're like
I've got those too.
Adults, right?
Yeah, I got them.
So maybe just thinking about how you can package that with that seasonal thing and the off season to try to drag it in. And I realize that you might have a birthday or a wedding anniversary that might be in the middle of the seasonal, but just a thought to try to help.
And if there's anybody that feels drawn to this project and wants to be a part of this project, you don't have to get on the mic or say it, or you can get on the mic and say it. But we really are wide open arms to anybody who wants to collaborate or be in the space. We have, people who are upstairs. I'm really trying to include the people who are already tenants upstairs to start utilizing that space for content creation. We have some really exciting neighbors moving. Mariana's in the room. She's actually moving into our building and taking over the salon in there. And we're really excited to bring some different types of energy, do different content shoots for salon or beauty, or I really want to host a Princess Diary sleepover. Does anybody else have?
All right, we got a question up in the front.
If you do community events, do you guys have tables and chairs?
The space just isn't, yes. To answer your question is yes. So we do have tables and chairs, and the space can't fit 400 people, but it could comfortably fit like 40 people. And when we do the tables and chairs, we have couches and different items, but yes, we do have tables and chairs. And if we wanted to do 40 people, we could absolutely accommodate that. Like I said, I am part of a family business that's all about hospitality. If you guys have never been to any events hosted by Augustino Estate, I highly recommend you do that.
Right here.
Hey, my name is Justin. I'm a CPA. I'm also a real estate entrepreneur. So I'm going to throw a curveball at you. What's the property zoned for? Does it have a kitchen and a bathroom? Is it possible to promote it as a short and or medium-term rental? Can you get a special use permit from the planning department?
No, it is not zoned upstairs for residential use at this time. There is no shower, and there is no kitchen.
You may be able to start a conversation with the planning department. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
I just wanted to say that if there's ever a way that I can be of any help, please let me know, because I'm
We're
looking
gonna
for
talk
other
right
things.
after this.
I'm looking for more things to do outside of just being a part of Diamond House Barbecue. Yes, please. And then I have one question. With the renting, like if I was to rent it for photography or anything, is it one specific room, or would the rate include the whole space?
The rate includes both white rooms. Right now, we call it the dark and moody room, and it's all black in there. And technically, it's not rented to anybody, so it's still part of the loft and still available for rent. If a long-term renter came along, we would place them. That's our only open suite technically upstairs right now. But yes, you should come and visit with us about an in-house creative position and playing so the in-house creative position, just so everyone understands, that is what Tracy is, and that is a flat rate per month to unlimited access to the calendar. So basically you just get keys to the door, you get access to the calendar, and then we just use the calendar so we don't double book ourselves in there. But that's something that we should talk about with you being downtown all the time. You might just need a place to come. You just need to come see us upstairs.
Well, hold on now. Y'all know we're a package deal, right? We're a
Oh
package
yeah.
deal.
No, you're welcome too. You're welcome too. You better be bringing the barbecue when you come down.
Well, that was going to be my question. Is there enough space if I wanted to have, like, say, celebrity dinner, and it was really, really intimate, and I don't need the kitchen. I'm right down the street, so.
I was already thinking about that when I saw you guys coming. I just saw your guys' post, and I literally shrieked when I looked on I was like, they're coming. I'm so excited. Yes, I would love for you guys to do an elevated experience upstairs for people, and yeah, we can roll carts just straight down the street. I see Tuan doing it all the time. We can do it. Yeah.
So is there any more questions? All right, with that said, what can this community do for you guys?
You guys are already doing it right now. I already feel like from just the little bit of interaction we have, I already have some people that I'm like, I need to sit down with them, need to try to communicate with them. So I feel like you guys are already doing it by being here and showing up for 1 Million Cups. I'm so grateful to live in Grants Pass, really. I love where I live, and I love this community, and I love that I have a phone full of business coaches that have helped me depending on what I need. I can call Kim, I can call Trevor, I can call John Bowen. I have lots of people I feel like that have helped mentor me over the years, and I wouldn't be the entrepreneur I am today if it wasn't for the Rogue Valley and growing up here and playing sports here and being a part of everything. And I'm super thankful the people who help run my businesses. Cody's here in the audience. She's helped run Diamond Cannabis for years. She's from here and from Williams. You know, I feel like this community is amazing because if I don't know someone, she knows them or she knows them, and everybody really shows up for each other. So I feel like the Rogue Valley does a really great job of doing it every day for each person. Good job. Sarah was like, I called her this morning, let's go. You're crazy. Thank you, Trevor. Thank
So, thank you for all that you bring into downtown. Carrie is also on the board of the Main Street Grants
I know,
Pass.
I should have called that out. Main Street Grants Pass. I'm a board member for Main Street Grants Pass, and we love Grants. I love Grants Pass.
And you kept talking about Diamond as if it was somebody else and some other neighbor. Is that?
No, it's just, you know, I do this like, okay, now I work at the left. Okay, now I work at
So there's another hat, which is Carrie also has Diamond, and then also the building, and there's that building is, how many people have been upstairs in that building? It's an amazing space, and and the loft is one piece of that up there, but it's just a beautiful old piece of Grants Pass up there. And one of the things that I don't know that you can get in very many other places in Grants Pass is one of the things that is hard to tell here, but it's the entire front corner of the building, right? 6th and H there. And the windows there. So it's just a cool vibe in that space. Yeah. And Carrie and I were talking, and I had somebody else come up to me and say, wow, what's going on here, you know? Because, well, I have a venue space and I have co-working space. And the reality is like, no, that is an awesome space, and it is very different than this space. Yeah. And we all have there's a lot of things that wouldn't make sense to host here that are perfect for the loft, and vice versa. It's maybe not big enough to host some of the things that somebody would need to host here. We need more event space. We need options for people, and so I totally celebrate it. It is also hard, and that's why we were talking, because we got to come together and figure out how to grow the pie of event spaces here in Grants Pass. Co-working is another big one. It's hard to not just make work, but then it's also hard because then we're full and now there's not space for other people, right? So it is this like ebb and flow piece. So us trying to figure out and share resources and help this amazing space should not sit empty. Everybody agree? So if you aren't renting the space, but you have other ideas for the space, please come and talk to Carrie. She is open to all ideas.
Yeah, I love entrepreneur spirit. Those of us who have it, it's like a blessing and a curse because it never really goes away. But I love all ideas and welcome anybody who would love to create something in this space.
Yeah.
I already have a couple follow-up meetings I got to do right after this.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you, and thank you for your entrepreneurial spirit, because you have an
We're all
incredible...
trying to grow up and be like you, Trevor.
You're an incredible entrepreneur. Appreciate you and all you do for the community.
Thank you.
And thank you all for being here. Thanks for coming week after week. Next week, so this was the last week that we get to see Dr. Kim for a little while. And then she's going to be watching us from afar. She'll be watching it on the digital feed. And so anyhow, we love you, and we wish you a very incredible recovery. And we will see you so soon, yes. But we will be back here next week. So come back next week, 9:30 to 10:30, and we hope you all then. Bring your friends, family members, striving, aspiring entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs that could come share their experience with the people on the stage. So thanks again. Y'all have a wonderful week. One more thing. So sorry. You guys didn't get loud like you usually do. So one thing came to mind. Tomorrow evening, we are partnering with Crash and CMAC Productions, and we are hosting with the Grants Pass and Josephine County Chamber of Commerce business after hours here. So if that's something that you want to come hang out, it's a social event. We'll have some food and some drinks that you can come enjoy and socialize and hear about all of the cool upcoming programs that we're doing. So anything else I'm missing there, Wendy? 5:30, and it's free.